My name is Troy Young, and I'm the leader of the People's Political Party of Ontario, and I am here today to call on City Hall, Queen's Park, and the federal government to act upon the issues of the homeless and the most vulnerable. We are in the midst of a COVID-19 pandemic, and still all levels of government refuse to work together to build a housing policy that reflects the needs of all of our towns, cities, and provinces, and the people that live within them. Pre-COVID, political complacency allowed over 1,000 people to die on our streets and be placed upon this memorial since its inception. And more than 20,000 of our brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, and friends were being submitted to the indifferent attitudes of our political leaders as conditions in shelters became unbearable. Now, for 10 months, the virus has challenged all of us, and although it has been stated whatever it takes will be done, the homeless population have yet to be adequately provided for. More and more people are using food banks and soup kitchens, sleeping in the streets and searching for hope between a rock and a hard place, while the government sits on its hands cultivating its indifference. With hundreds of millions of dollars that have been spent this year fighting COVID, the only thing that has become crystal clear is that all levels of government pre-COVID had the money to build the housing that was needed, but chose not to. What we do with this self-evident piece of knowledge is can it either be the catalyst that brings compassion and effort to creating a housing policy that ensures that all of our citizens are housed, or through ignorance we can remain mired in the utter uselessness of our elected leaders' adherence to opposition, which ensures housing remains a political football while more people become homeless. COVID has shown us that we must embark on the former rather than the latter, for not to would be a failure of our own making. All choices have consequences. The consequences of choices which bore the current dilemmas which we now face point us in a direction that requires us to make choices that will reverse the current status quo's attitudes which favors monetary gain over human empathy. Rather than choosing to remain divided by political ideologies that allow for nothing of worth to be accomplished, let us set aside our divide for a time and choose to save lives. So once again, I call on City Hall, Queen's Park, and the federal government, and all political parties to act upon the issues of the homeless and the most vulnerable and begin the work of building a housing policy that extends all of the human qualities that equality demands. We must do this together. Thank you.
God bless you.